Hey, Home Trees, we're still on vacation. So here's vacation episode number 2. Like we said before, we don't want to leave you hanging without content, your MGT fix. So we are again going to answer some questions from the closest branches of the home tree that we pruned some questions from them, and more tree puns. You got any more? You guys did a lot of them.
I'm spent.
Yeah, I think we got them all.
Yeah. Oh man,
I harvested everything I
dang
had.
it, I couldn't say it. You know, we reap what we sow.
Yeah.
And so
I can't think of any more. I feel like such a sap.
it's so good. I have been wanting to tell Donnie this for a while. It's called the
lies.
The euthanasia coaster is a concept for a steel roller coaster designed to kill its people through fun. I'm going to post a picture of it later.
Solid.
Do you see it? So apparently the human body can't take this, and it would kill you, but you'd have such a good time doing it that you would it wouldn't be that bad. But it's fun anyway.
You'd be laughing and losing your breath, and yeah, it'd be so intense. But there'd be a moment where you're like, "This is bad," and then you pass out.
That's some Futurama level shit right there.
Yeah, so that's that part where this is bad. That's called death. But anyway, euthanasia coaster.
But there'd be a moment where you realize it, like, "Oh, I'm going to die now."
Yeah, that is a truthitude right there.
Well, hopefully you realize that before you bought your ticket. So knowing that's what was going to happen.
Buy the ticket for somebody you don't like. You're going to love this coaster.
But the whole time you're waiting in line to get on the coaster, like, you know what this coaster is going to do, and you're just going to be sad and crying, and like, there's all these tears coming out. It's just smiling going through.
The line for that coaster would be the most depressing line ever.
Know. On Futurama, like the people waiting in line for the suicide booth, like, are totally okay. Like, they're just that's what we need to do right now.
Yeah.
It's kind of a downer.
Do you guys think that should be legalized? Like
euthanasia?
Yeah. Like
no, it's death because the thing is
consenting euthanasia.
It's death with dignity.
Yeah.
Like to me, like if it's gonna be that I'm gonna have like anyway. Yes.
I watched a Vice episode on it one time, and it was legal in some other country.
I mean, the only hang up.
And this woman, like her kids were just like, "Why are you doing this?" They were just thinking very selfishly, but she was like, "This is what I need. I need peace. I've been in pain for too long, and I'm ready to go."
It's always the quality versus the sanctity of life over quality of life. Like
the main hang up is like the religious argument.
Not even.
Really?
It's just like it's yes and no.
Seems like those are the most rigidly anti-euthanasia.
That is definitely a big part of it, but also like there's many secular arguments against it as well. So it's just like, but most of them are like, it's there in a lot of people's minds, the same as killing somebody. It's just you're killing yourself anyway.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just saying, like, but yeah, it's death. I'm not going to force somebody to suffer if they can, and if they. It all depends. But then, of course, then you get in the whole like, what kind of mindset are they in? But then, like, also the emotional pain that you're going through. Anyway, yeah. So yes, I am. I'm not saying that like. I'm not saying that it's not a sad topic or anything like that, but it's or a heavy topic even, but it's I think it's death with dignity.
Was that somebody's question?
It was not. I just had this picture of this death coaster.
Well, there's the episode, guys.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
see you later. From We're With You, if you had to wear underwear made out of one food product for an entire year, what food product would you choose?
Oh, they make those edible underwear that it's basically the same thing as like fruit roll-ups.
That's sticky. I don't want that on my balls.
I'm saying like that could be an underwear you could wear. So one edible product. God, I'm thinking of all the worst things like cotton candy
made out of one food product for an entire year.
Jerky.
Oh man, it's all what it is it's about sticky factor.
I'm trying to think of comfort, and I would be tempted to say moss, but that might not fall under food products. So probably I would go with like kale or something.
Guys, the obvious answer is fig leaves. That's the obvious answer is fig leaves.
Are they soft? I don't know what a fig leaf is like.
Yeah, it's actually, you know what? It is actually quite soft and they're strong.
Huh. Soft and strong, eh?
Yeah. Fig leaf.
Okay. I guess the correct answer is fig leaf.
I don't know. Here's the thing, guys. You don't have to agree with me.
Yeah. How about like pasta shells, like formed into underwear?
That's
soft
that
pasta?
Would chafe.
No, I can't think of it. I'm trying to think of things that would like protect. I don't know.
Well, your underwear doesn't protect. It just coats. It kind of protects, but I mean, if I threw a baseball at your crotch, it would hurt.
Yeah, it's not. But like random pebbles that pop up at you, just bounce right off off your underwear.
Kale would do that.
I just like the mental image of Donnie chucking a baseball at Corey's balls. So funny. What is the most extreme thing? The same thing from Santiago and Justine. What is the most extreme thing that you would be willing to do for a sandwich if you knew it was going to be the best sandwich in the history of time and space? This is an orgasmic level of sandwich.
That's what I'm saying. Like you can almost replace sandwich with anything. It's just it's the best experience you're going to have.
No, but just sandwich though. Like they're saying specifically sandwich.
I would eat a live salamander for that sandwich.
Yeah. Like an edible sandwich. We're talking about like a human sandwich. Like I'm sandwiched between like two gorgeous girls.
I don't know.
Like Rosie O'Donnell and Christina Ricci.
That's the same girl though.
They would die because the same person can't occupy the same
space.
Short of murdering somebody, like I'm not saying it's like, oh, you have to leave your family for the sandwich. Like no, that but like
anything that wouldn't require me to like risk my life or any of the lives that I love.
I would. What if I punched you in the face?
I would think though, after you got the sandwich, none of that shit would matter anymore.
Okay, how about this? I'm going to punch you. You have to stand there. I'm going to wind up with a roll of nickels in my hand.
Okay.
And I punch you in your forehead. And then you get a sandwich.
Yeah,
would you do that?
I could potentially have brain damage, and then I wouldn't be able to enjoy the sensations of that perfect sandwich.
There's no potential. This guy has like ham hocks for hands.
Well, okay, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm gonna have brain damage.
I don't want Chris punching me.
You're gonna hit my taste center of my brain. Okay. I'm not even gonna taste that sandwich.
How about this?
That's like an episode of Twilight Zone, right there.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I have time now. There's no time. Yeah, I mean anything besides like hurting our person.
Yeah.
Would you lose a finger?
No.
What about a digit off your pinky to have the best?
What if the finger was in the sandwich? Then they get the finger back.
Like the foot taco?
Yeah, exactly.
What if I took the top digit of your pinky?
Nope.
On your non
too extreme.
Okay.
Too extreme.
Donnie?
I'd walk a tightrope.
I need to know more about the sandwich before I make that call.
Dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. Yeah, I do a lot of extreme stuff, but nothing that would actually cause damage or pain or death to me or people I love.
I'd probably shoot a dude in the knee.
I mean, problem is that you don't know what his adventuring life was like. And he was an adventurer at some point to somehow him to his knee. Want to move on? There we go.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else.
Okay, Two Girls on a Bench. Again, podcast that most influenced you before you decided to start. How did this get made?
Yeah, it's how this get made. Yeah. We all three loved it, and we were like, we need to do something like that.
That was literally the only podcast I listened to before this one.
But I mean, what got me back into podcasts this sort of time around, because I used to listen to podcasts way long time ago when iPods first came out, was Serial. Yeah. Serial was amazing. Just the way they integrated, all the great music and the storytelling in it. So that was probably a pretty big influence. That got me more into podcasts, and then I found out how did this get made. And
like you can't do Serial, but you can do How Did This Get Made.
Yeah,
like you can't live in the Cleveland Justice Center for a year.
No,
to then produce, but you can twice a month.
We some might say that we kind of copied them because they do movies and they make fun of them. We weren't originally even planning that. We can pull all kinds of ideas for other podcasts.
Well, you could say that How This
they weren't the
copied
first ones to do that either.
You know what I mean? Like, spoiler guys, there are other podcasts that talk about movies. I didn't know. But yeah, How This Get Made was huge for us.
You could say How Did This Get Made copied like three dudes sitting around in 1919 after watching the first movie talking shit about it.
I just didn't like what the Great Train Robbery did. Like, just like they totally whitewashed all the characters.
What's with the train?
What's with the train? Why did he shoot straight at the camera? Like, what's going on there? That's so good. Okay, and also best vacation versus worst vacation. I know that growing up, the best vacation that we ever took was our RV trip to Mount Rushmore, because we went up through to Canada, down through Yellowstone. Our farthest east was South Dakota, which is where Mount Rushmore is, and then we came back through the Great Plains. We had a blast. We saw so many things. We were all relaxed because we weren't stuck in a car. I read comic books. My brother played Xbox. Like, it was a great trip. Anyway, worst vacation was our trips to Oregon to see my grandparents and where we were just stuck in a car, and my parents would fight nonstop in the car. I literally thought about killing myself multiple times on those trips. Like, dude,
it's not legal.
But it's not legal because people don't believe it.
Actually, it is in Oregon now, I think, but so not then.
Yeah, not then. But yeah, those were best. Was the difference between space and not having space.
Yeah,
it's very, very, very strong. And that's just from kids. Like now, I've had great vacations. Like our trip to Montana with the girls was magical. But like as a kid, I'm limiting it to that.
Yeah, I was gonna say because there's two categories there, like now as an adult or as a child. But so like childhood best vacation. My parents took us on a Disney cruise.
Oh, that's so cool.
We went to the Bahamas.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was really amazing. Just from the beginning to the end, it was the first time I ever flew on a plane, so that was cool.
That is cool.
We went into Florida. Florida's really cool. The resort that we stayed at once we got back from the cruise was a Disney resort, and then we went to like the parks for like 4 days.
How old were you?
I was 9 or 10.
That's a great age
too.
Yeah,
it was an amazing vacation. That was a lot. That was a lot of really good memories. And then we did a really fun thing at the end, and I actually need to probably incorporate this into raising my kids. But my dad actually had all of us draw like a picture. We actually kind of like we all like tag teamed it on one page, and it was the cover for our photo album from all our pictures from that vacation. And so we all just kind of drew like our favorite memories. So that was a lot of fun. That's a family thing that we all did together. So that was best vacation. Worst vacation. I feel like I don't know how much of this I really want to say. I won't go into too many details, but it was as an adult. We went, me, my wife, and my son, my mom, my brother, and my sister and her husband and kids. And there's just a lot of misunderstandings, a lot of expectations that didn't match up. And so,
Corey, can you tell me the details off
I'm not going to say anything, but okay. I think they would probably agree that was probably like their worst vacation. But it was we still had a lot of fun. Like we saw a lot of really cool things. We went to Hawaii. But it was we just weren't getting along. And so it just wasn't
That's
fun.
rough. Yeah, that's rough.
Yeah.
But you done?
Best vacation a few years ago, little Caribbean island called San Andres. It's a Colombian territory, but it's off the coast of Nicaragua. Little just gem of the Caribbean. It's super cheap to do anything there. It's not super busy because most people that go to the Caribbean go to Jamaica or somewhere else. I never really considered myself a beach guy.
You're an avid indoorsman.
I'll be retiring to the Caribbean, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Not to San Andres, but to the like northern coast of Colombia. But amazing trip. The first thing that my now wife and I really did together. We had a blast. Ate some like fresh fish, like just caught. Went to a couple different little islands, snorkeled. Like it was the whole Caribbean thing, which again, like not my thing prior to that. So it was just a really cool experience from start to finish. Worst, we went to Universal Studios when my sister was like 9 or 10. I was like 4. Jaws fucking terrified me.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
There was a part where you go through a tunnel and like Cylons are there and there's like a laser battle.
Oh, that would have been horrifying.
That fucking terrified me. I wasn't quite at the age where I could distinguish between like fiction and reality. Everything at Universal Studios is terrifying when you can't do that.
Pirates of the Caribbean did that to me. Like when the cannon battle's happening.
Yeah.
Like in my mind, I was like, well, I know this is all part of the attraction, but like, what if the cannonballs like accidentally like don't go far enough? They don't hit the spot that's supposed to, Like I thought they were shooting real
actual
cannonballs. That makes me
cannonballs.
so happy. And it just goes with that whole.
It's like one of those things. It's like I was logically working through it, but it's like obviously I just didn't get that it was all faked.
So I was like 4. I don't know that killer robots aren't real, or they weren't at the time.
Yeah.
Actually,
so they're fighting.
There are robots.
Just give it time.
I saw like a shark eat a dude. Because at the time, now Jaws just kind of rushes by the tram. Before there was like a dummy in a boat.
Yeah,
and he
Bruce
attacked
ate the guy.
Yeah, he like kills a guy on the tram tour.
They don't do that. He doesn't kill anyone anymore.
No.
Oh,
there's no guy in a boat. He's just you kind of are going through there, and it just kind of rushes by the tram.
I mean, the spurts of blood that would shoot up were pretty macabre. Like,
yeah,
that's good times though. I love Jaws. I don't know if we could even talk about. Jaws is almost a perfect movie to me. I don't know if there's a movie that's as good as Jaws, because it's so odd that it's 2 movies really split into 2, and both of those movies are incredible. And it's timeless. It really is.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move on to Justin Winters from So I Married a Movie Geek. Corey?
Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Wait, who?
I know. Bakersfield is about to be destroyed by a giant meteor. Just Bakersfield.
Okay.
You have to move your family ASAP. Where do you move to?
I'd go up to Tehachapi and just watch it from up there. You have a pretty good view.
It'd be pretty cool. We honestly, we moved to Montana. We loved it up there. We had a great time. Because, like...
you're permanently moving. I thought you meant like just to get out of like the area.
Oh, you're permanently moving.
Oh, you're permanently moving.
Yeah. I might move to Montana.
We have plenty of time to get out. It's just where do you relocate to when Bakersfield is no longer a thing?
When it's just a crater.
Probably move north to Oregon.
With Donnie?
Yeah, you going to Oregon?
I'm going to Oregon.
Yeah.
Go to Columbia.
Assuming in this scenario I get my pension, I just go to Santa Marta
There you go.
that much earlier.
Yeah, we really enjoyed ourselves up in Montana when we went, and we really liked it.
That seems like it'd be too cold for me.
At
this point, Oregon is too cold for me.
I know, right? I was cold once.
You guys like it colder. You say I was cold once?
Yeah, I was cold once. Didn't care.
I remember being cold once.
I didn't care for it, so I just decided never to be cold again. And it's really been working out for me. No, the only times I've ever truly been cold is when we've been camping. And we took the girls camping not that long ago, and I was cold. And it's like, this is it. This is when I'm cold. Just in camping.
Yeah.
I'm wearing a thermal and a hoodie right now, and I'm good. I'm good.
You're good. Yeah. Justin also did one last one, and this might be a little more spoilery. For each of you, what trio of movies do you really want to do but haven't done yet? And I don't know if we want to reveal those, but because like
there's some good ones.
There's some really good ones. I want to do a Christopher Nolan episode because Doggie's never seen Inception, and I think it's one of the most gorgeous movies that we've ever done. And I just want, I think the only movies that can compete with Inception are other Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah. And
I
think my answer, it's not exactly like we're going to do this as one episode, but I want Donnie to see Titanic. I want Donnie to see, what's the other movie he hasn't seen? Inception is one. There's another one that's like a
the big one, I think.
That he hasn't seen too. It's something from the 90s, I feel like. But Hook now, yeah. Any of these great movies that like I feel like he should see.
Yeah.
Or you should see, or I should see.
It's very
those
rare.
Are my favorite episodes.
It's very rare that it's like, oh, Chris hasn't seen it.
Obviously, we got to do Titanic since neither Chris nor I has seen it.
So true.
Yeah. Titanic's a great movie. You're probably going to make fun of it, and because it's the point of our show.
I guarantee you.
Yeah. It's the point of our show, but I mean, it's a really good movie.
Here's the thing. James Cameron, every time I've ever watched a James Cameron movie, I walk away like I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
like even
he's a great filmmaker.
He knows how to put on a spectacle. Like there's this movie coming out called Alita: Battle Angel, and like the concept of it is like that sounds really stupid.
Yeah,
but like James Cameron's attached to it.
Yeah,
it's gonna look amazing. And I'm gonna have a good time.
Her eyes, it's just too much. The Uncanny Valley shit with that movie is a little intense. I don't know if I could take it.
Totally get it because like this is not a movie for me. It's like, man, James Cameron, I've never not enjoyed a movie he's done.
Did he cast an actual android to play the part?
Yeah.
I think so.
He waited for the technology to catch up to the movie that he wants to make. Anyway, like people crap on Avatar. I still enjoy watching Avatar.
Yeah. It's
like, a simple movie.
We covered Avatar, and I just remember watching it again, fully expecting like, oh, this movie is, over hyped, but I was like just watching at the end and like got literal chill bumps when.
Well, the first sequel is like finally coming out soon, right? Like next year?
Maybe. I don't know.
Do you think they're any good?
Yes. The answer is an obvious yes. No, the thing is, none of his movies are particularly complex. Yeah. If you really think about it, what is Terminator? You know what I mean? Kill bad guy, time travel. Bad guy kills people, time travel. What is Avatar? Person say it's everything around it, the spectacle that has around it. That's what makes you want to watch it. I don't think
necessarily a movie has to be complex to be good.
Of course, and that's what and James Cameron 100% proves that.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just, but his movies do make you think. I feel like Avatar, Terminator, they kind of make you think about like possibilities of
absolutely.
Things in the future. Yeah,
because it is beautiful movies.
I haven't done any research into the Avatar sequels because I really don't care. But just yesterday, I was at my mom's house. I was taking a shit.
That's
and
good,
there's,
as you do.
In the bathroom, there's like a little basket with previous week's Entertainment Weekly. It was an interview with
Use it for toilet paper.
No, I was reading an interview with Sigourney Weaver, and I was like, wait, she died in the first one. So she's in all of them, or at least some of them? Like, what's that all about?
I don't know.
So,
Love
Could
Sigourney
be
Weaver.
flashbacks or something.
could be.
Does the same height.
Or, this whole movie's about transferring your consciousness into an avatar. Maybe they backed her consciousness
she
up
did
somewhere.
go into the tree or something.
Yeah,
She's
maybe
in the
it's
she's
either
in the
tree.
tree.
Or it's in a server somewhere. Like they had backups.
She's
And
in the tree. She's part of AWA now. That's the whole thing.
She is AWA?
She's part of AWA, just like all the rest of the people are part of AWA.
She is AWA. She's like Agent Smith. Who
now
like, takes over. Like
Sigourney Weaver
the
has wiped
Matrix.
out an entire civilization's cultural touchstone, and now it's just Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah.
Oh man! But
I would actually go see that.
I know, yeah, and that's the thing is, it's James Cameron. I'm gonna go watch it because
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna like it.
Yeah.
He makes movies, I swear, for me. Sometime I'm not kidding.
He's sitting there in the pin, like, what?
Whoa, Chris!
Oh, Chris is gonna love
Cut.
this.
Brayden wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
like that.
I don't.
That person is way too confined in that space right there. Also, he can't see the bottom of that dark water. This is unacceptable.
There's spittle on your chin. Wipe it off.
But yeah, it's James Cameron movies.
And that's Chris in a nutshell.
Yeah, there you go. But that is going to do it for us on our second vacation episode. Stay tuned. We will be having more stuff for you soon. But that we really appreciate you listening, continuing with us. 2019 is going to be a great year. We have so many good ideas for shows. I know we're going to do another escape room episode. I'm sure we'll do even more stuff coming up because we have just nothing but good ideas. And then after a vacation, we do feel usually pretty energized to do more things. So if you think you know anyone who like our show, it's a great time for them to start listening. Please follow us on Twitter at MGT Podcast or on Instagram and Facebook at More Gooder Than. Email us at moregooderthan@gmail.com. Call the hotline 661-489-7323 and visit our website, mgtpodcast.com, where you can support us via Patreon like our great and powerful sponsor, Nan. And the rest of the Sacred Grove. When you're there, you can buy a nice
Childhood trauma.
with our logo on it. Aww. From our merch page. MGT logo designed by Mary Madewell. Home Tree logo designed by Dan Nicholson. And of course, we're proud members of the Podfix Network. Follow us at Podfix on Twitter and podfixnetwork.com to see the full lineup of shows. So we will talk to you soon. That's bye for me, Chris and Corey.
Later.
And Donnie.
See ya.
This was a podcast from the Podfix Network. You can check out more shows like it at podfixnetwork.com.